Yeah, hello everyone. Once again, you're welcome to FTGFS Lounge. And basically, what we do is that we reach out to experienced guys in the financial market trading space to share with us the experiences, tell us the truth, not the sugar-coated ones, for us to be aware of the dangers involved. As we always see on the platforms, like trading involves some level of risk and all. For me, when I was starting, I didn't know about risk. All that I wanted was money. So if we have the opportunity to meet experienced people like Rutherford, it makes good sense for us to also learn from them. His full name is Rutherford Olin Banks. But before we delve more into the conversation, I would like to ask you, Rutherford, before we even have better conversation, right from childhood, when you got to know that your name is Banks, okay, and a typical Ghanaian, when we hear bank or bank, it has something to do with money. Did you ever thought of playing in the money field or in the money space just by the name?
Oh, it's not necessarily because of my name. Um, I I didn't give the name to myself. It
Right.
was a family name actually, and I just felt like growing up. I grew up in a very school-oriented family, right?
Okay.
Where you would have to go to school, you would have to basically just follow the systemic programming about you going to school, going to university, coming to get a job, and all of that.
Yeah.
So I I was a kind of an outlaw in that family
Okay.
because I just felt like that wasn't my way. That wasn't how I
Yeah.
wanted to live my life, and I was lucky enough to to realize it at a very young age. I think that was when I was in, I think, SS2 or something. Yeah, SS2 was
Okay.
when I realized, because I started reading a lot. That is outside the school, outside the school syllabus. I started reading a lot. I started finding out a whole lot of things, a whole lot of different things about how the system is built, about this life thing and all of that. And I just felt like at a point, I started discovering things that made me feel like, oh, there is, a life somewhere that is, outside the scope that we are being given. So I just felt
Yeah.
like we are under some sort of programming or some sort of psyop,
Okay.
that we all need to follow one path, you know,
Okay.
going to school, doing this, doing this. So at the end of the day, it's just like one logo line that we are all programmed to just pass in.
Yes.
So when I started making those discoveries, I just felt like, okay, so why don't I try that world on the other side? Because
Okay.
the world in here is what everybody is living in, is where everybody is following, is the path that everybody is following through. So why
Yes.
don't I just take the risk to try the world on the other side? Even though basically that is basically going to make you like an outlaw in your family, because
Exactly.
everybody will feel like you are crazy. Everybody will feel like you don't have a goal, you don't have any aim or something like that. So that
Yes.
is how everything started. Basically, it's actually a long story, but that is how everything
Right.
started. So when I finished high school, I had already made up my mind that I was never going to go to the university. Um, I had already made up my mind, even though I had the resources and everything for me to go to the university, because my two brothers did, but I
Okay.
chose not to. So
Oh.
it was through my personal exploration that I had been doing for quite some years prior to, back in high school. That is what made me chance on the financial markets, right? I
Okay.
just felt like I used to go to cafe a lot back in the days. There were this pen pal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you go to online, you go to pen pal website, then you'll be writing pen pals. They will be sending us books, pens, jerseys, football stuff, and all of that.
Yes.
So at that time, we used to rush so much into the cafe, into the internet cafe every day.
Okay.
So we go in there writing our pen pals, writing their emails and all of that. At that time, it wasn't fraud, like how it has turned out to be now. That
Yeah.
time it was some legit something, right?
Yeah.
That some of the pen pals even sometimes come to Ghana, we meet them, and Yeah, that time I was in Elmina. So some of the people were coming to Elmina Castle. We used to go to the Elmina Castle to just meet some of these people and all of that. So I
Yes.
think it was during that time that I came to find out about this financial market thing, and it was basically through art. You know, sometimes you'll be online, some art will be flushing through your screens and all of that,
Yes.
and you'll be
Yes.
seeing. So when you click on it, they will take you to that Bloomberg
You need to
terminal, some
click.
screens
Yeah.
of people doing this. So as I watching those stuff, and I was like, hey, you know, there is something here that seems interesting. So my curiosity led me there. I have a very childlike curiosity. Like anything that I see, I just want to ask questions. I just want to delve in. I just want to explore to see what is really in there. If I go there and it's not something that I want, I just tap out.
Right.
If I go there and it's something that I feel resonate with me and I can actually tap into it, then I go all in. So that is basically how I discovered the financial market. It had nothing to do with my name or
Your
anything like
name.
that. So,
Okay. So yeah, so in one way or the other, which is fair that you've clearly explained that. But before we delve more once again, do you believe in in Ghana, because we live in Ghana, we do know that sometimes when they name you after your, let's say, your grandfather, maybe if your grandfather is maybe a military man, so they will go like, okay, Kwame Soldier, and then your parents will be like, okay, and their destiny might find its way wherever your grandfather is. You might end up being a military guy. Maybe if, let's say, your uncle is let's say, a politician, they can name you after him or her. Yeah, after him, believing that destiny might find its way some way, one way or the other. Before we just a quick one, do you believe in like destiny, those things, like a name can have impacts in a
oh
person's
yeah,
life to?
yeah, absolutely. I'm actually a very
Okay.
spiritual person. I believe in
Right.
things of the spirit. Actually, I named
Okay.
I named my daughter after an angel, right?
Okay.
I named my daughter Ariel. And for those
Okay.
of you who have good knowledge about angelology and spiritual stuff, you know that Ariel is an angel of abundance. You know, the angel that is
Okay.
in charge of abundance, prosperity, money, and stuff. And she's a woman, right?
Okay.
So I know that names really have serious impact on us,
Right.
because I've seen people with certain names that totally resonate with the life that they are living.
They are
You
living.
understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
believe that. I believe that names really have an impact or really have some kind of effect on us. And destiny, but destiny is a different thing.
Okay.
And I believe that we all came to this world with our peculiar destiny, right? Except that maybe you are a reincarnated person who are supposed to come and continue the destiny of someone who died, some time ago. But if you come as a whole, I believe that we all have our respective destinies that
Right.
that has been imprinted in the universal code for us to live before we pass out. So I believe in those
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Right. Good. Now you told us that right from childhood, you were like the outcast. You decided to do your own things. Okay, so you had to chase whatever you felt was good for you, just from right from childhood, to the extent that you didn't even want to go to university, even though your senior siblings they have already done that. How did first? How did your parents receive that? How did your friends receive that? And how did the community within which you lived, how did they receive that? Because in our society, we know most of the time we do things to please people outside, but not ourselves. So how did they receive it?
Well, they didn't receive it well actually,
Okay.
especially my dad. They
Okay.
didn't receive it well actually at all, including
Okay.
my two senior brothers, because I had the opportunity to go to university, and it was all the universities were all lined up for me because I did very well in my WASI.
Right.
I was an extremely intelligent guy, so
Right.
my WASI was top notch. Every single university in this country would have admitted me in whatever
So,
course that I wanted to do.
yeah.
But you know, I just felt like that is not where I belong. And when
Okay.
I realized that, I remember I told my mom that I wanted to go to IPMC or NET that time, because I was so much interested in IT, learning about IT and stuff. I wanted to go and do database management or some kind of programming or something. And it all felt like I was crazy because my senior brother is actually a database manager. But
Okay.
the thing is, he went to the university, and after the university, before he actually, went into the IT database management kind of thing. So they
Okay.
just felt like, okay, if you want to do this IT stuff, you just go to the university before, like your brother did. And honestly, I didn't really understand the obsession with this university stuff. And me, I'm one
Okay.
person that the more you force me to do something, the more I ask
You
so many
rebel.
questions,
Okay.
because I believe that, why, what is the reason? Why are they forcing me to do this?
Okay.
So all the questions that kept coming up, popping up, the answers that kept popping up didn't really make sense to me. So I just felt like, and I wouldn't say I was naive, but at that time, I knew what I wanted. In this life,
Okay.
when you know what you want and you don't
Yes.
want to settle for less, some people misquote you as you having a big ego. You understand? Some people misquote you as
Right.
you being crazy because,
Right.
when you refuse to follow the societal protocol and, just follow exactly what your intuition and your spirit tells you that this is where you belong.
Yes.
People on the outside see you as some kind of a crazy person, and
Yeah.
the more everybody stands against you, the higher the chances that what you are going to do is where you actually belong. Because I don't
Okay.
believe in the popular consensus. Because
Okay.
majority of the time, if if everybody is in one place, I like to take the opposite side. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So and throughout history, the statistics shows that those things really really work because the only place that the majority wins is in parliament. You understand? But in real life, the majority
Yes.
always end up on the losing side. You understand? In real
Yes.
life, the majority always end up on the losing side. So
Okay.
I don't believe in this majority carries the vote. Yeah, the only place, like I said, the only place that the majority carries the vote
Can carry
is
the
in
vote.
parliament. You understand?
Right.
Yes. But in real life, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. So.
So that is how it's basically happened. So they didn't take it quite well. My friends, I actually had some equally crazy friends who understood me, but
Okay.
the majority of them until now, the path that I took, made me lose a whole bunch of friends and stuff. People
Okay.
who just felt like I wasn't serious. Some of my classmates in high school who just felt like I didn't have any dream and all of that. But the funny thing is that majority of these people now, yes, they have gone to university. Some of them hold the first class degrees and all of that, but they are doing, menial jobs. My class prefect in high school, who used to see me as some kind of Kobolo or something, 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 something. He went to the university and all of that, but right now he's a fire service personnel. You
Right.
understand? Yeah.
Yes.
So, Charlie, it is what it is.
Right. So listening to this, and first I have maybe two questions. Do you, based on what you're saying, this is not just even theory. This is practical. Based on what you said, I think it confirms this popular statement that the end justifies the
It
means.
means, yeah, for real.
Right. Right. So, do you think now that maybe things worked out, maybe you were charting your own path, now that things worked out, those who did not see it right from onset, how do they take it now? Because initially they had their initial reactions, and now
Yeah.
too, how are they also reacting to it?
Oh, that is a funny part. And this story I'm coming to tell you, you will just laugh because it's very funny. Life is just some funny arena.
Okay.
When I broke through, I think when I decided to take this path, um, my brothers were not in good terms with me. Like we are three boys, I'm the last born.
Okay.
My two brothers were not in good in good terms with me.
Oops. Okay.
So now I haven't spoken to my dad for over 14 years now, even till
Oh,
now, up till now.
okay.
Um, my mom, my mom was the only person who has some sort of support for me by then
Okay.
because because I was the last born. My mom really loved me,
Yeah.
and at a point, if she felt like she wanted the best for me. That is why she was supporting everybody. But
Okay.
she did well because she also understood things from a point of view at some point.
Okay.
So when I left the house, I even stopped talking to my mom for about 2 years.
Okay.
That she was wandering around, asking about friends, about my whereabouts, and all of that. So fast forward, when I broke through and I started catching waves, I think my my first brother, my senior brother, got in touch with me for the very first time after years, after like 6, 7 years, when he
Okay.
saw me on City Business News. That was
Okay.
when I won the Hot Forest Trader of the
Yes.
Month for the first time. I think that was back in 2021 or 2022, right?
Yeah.
That was when
Yeah.
my senior brother reached out to me because he saw me on TV, because he saw me
Right.
on some blogs about, hey, my junior brother winning the best trader of the month or whatever, whatever,
Yes.
whatever. And I think that is how everything actually started because at that time,
Okay.
I was making waves, I was picking up, I was actually on, on some hits.
Yeah.
So, and that was basically when I had old friends who had not been in touch for a very long time entering into my DM on Facebook and all of that. And I think it was because of that I even deactivated my Facebook account and all of that.
Oh. Okay.
So people started reaching out when they saw that, oh, so this guy wasn't crazy after all.
Yes.
Um, and we were wrong. And yes, and for real, they were all wrong,
Right.
because at first they felt like, oh, or you understand? He will come back again. This crazy guy,
Right.
leave this guy. He doesn't have any dream. He doesn't have any goal. Until
Yeah.
they actually saw that no, things actually worked out, and I was all over the place. I was actually making waves, and I was actually,
Yeah.
living a good life. So yeah,
Right.
they came back. They all came back, and right now, even though I won't say me and my two senior brothers we are best of friends, but we get along well. We talk sometimes like normal,
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that right now my senior brother, I've been his mentor. I've been mentoring him in the market for the past like 3 years. You understand? Yes, I've been mentoring him in the
Okay.
market for the past like 3 years. So
Okay.
like I said, when the success shows up, people will always find their way back into your life, and that is for real.
Right. Right. So now listening to all of this, two words like keep ringing in my mind. Would you say that you were disrespectful to chase your dreams, or you were confident to chase your dreams? Because in this case, our local settings, you say, umbua de, oh kakra, we want you to do this, you are not doing this. So in this case, how are you going to describe it? Disrespectful
Oh,
for your dreams or confidence for?
I wouldn't describe it as disrespectful. I wouldn't
Okay.
describe it as confidence
Confidence.
either.
Okay.
I will only describe it as I was that nigga who knew what I wanted. You understand? And yes,
Okay.
if you know what you want and you have your plan, yes, it's some kind of confidence. It takes some kind of confidence to do that, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
if you don't have confidence in yourself, if you don't have confidence in your plan, I don't
Yes.
think that you can take the kind of bold step that I took. So yeah,
Yes.
in actual sense, I would say yeah, confidence is right, but it was never disrespectful because I don't see the disrespect in me choosing what will benefit my life. Because at the end of the day, the life is mine. At the end of the day, the life
Right.
is not for my dad, the life is not for my family, the life is not for my friends. It's my life.
Right.
So what I choose
Right.
to do with it, maybe you will be on the outside seeing that the path that I'm going is not the right path to go. But me that I'm on the inside, I probably might see it as the only way that because when I sleep, what I see in my sleep or in my dreams, you are not there to see the same thing. I am the only
Exactly.
person who sees it. So
Right.
what if I've seen something continuously in my dream that is the motivating factor behind every decision that I'm making? You understand? So
Yes.
yeah, so confidence is cool, but it was in no way kind of like disrespectful. You understand? Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yes. Now we get that. Now we are now going to delve into your trading journey and all. I saw online, okay, that someone saying that I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. You are not on social media most of the time, and if you are to post, you don't talk more about trading and all. But we do, or I do also follow some people online who say that I can put in maybe $10 or maybe $100 that I can flip to $1,000. What's your take on that? Because you are a renowned trainer, you're a successful trader who has, I mean, had awards globally. Okay, so if somebody should say that, or if I should see something of that sort online, do you think it's advisable for me to follow that?
well, if you see those kind of things online and you follow that, you are not actually getting in the game because of because you want because you have some kind of purpose for it. You are just entering the game because of the bait, because of some kind of bait. Because
Okay,
if anybody tells you, because me, before I started learning how to trade, nobody told me that you can flip $100 to $10,000, and that was the main reason why I entered into the market. That was the main
trading.
reason why I entered into this career.
Okay,
I saw something, I researched about it, with no glamour, with no um, all this kind of thing that you see on social
fancy
media.
things.
And
Yeah.
I felt like, based on what I read, based on what I saw, I felt like, oh, this is something that I would like to do. Nobody needed to
Okay.
convince me that you can turn $10 into
Okay.
$1,000 before I was convinced. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
So I
Okay.
believe that
Okay.
people who need that sort of conviction before they enter into the market, they are not in for the career. They are in for the quick results.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that is the main reason why a lot of people give up on trading within the first few years.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people are basically retarded, honestly. Because, okay, you go online, you see a bunch of guys flaunting blues, flaunting profits that you can't even verify whether it's real or not.
Or not.
You see a bunch of guys flaunting some cars and some luxury apartments that you can't even verify whether they paid for it, whether it belongs to them or not. And
Yes.
all of a sudden, you convince yourself that if this person has this, then I also deserve this kind of life. You understand? But deep down, you don't know the actual work that has gone into the kind of packaging the person is giving you. It might be true, it
Yes.
might be false, it might be
Right.
real, it might be legit, it might not be legit.
Right.
Which me and you on the other side of the screen have no idea about. You
Right.
understand? So I believe that people who take their inspiration to learn how to trade or to get into the financial market solely from what they see on social media are not serious people.
Okay.
Do you understand? They are
Okay.
basically not serious people. And I can attest to that based on the statistics and based on the data and the numbers that we have in the market.
Okay.
That if you watch about the real statistics, which says that about only 5 to 10% of traders are profitable, are highly profitable, and about 90% of traders, new traders, give up within the first 18 months, within the first 2 years. So
Okay.
ask yourself that if these people really had some
Purpose.
burning desire
Okay.
behind this thing that they initially thought will make them millionaires, why would they give up when they hadn't found any sort of result in just maybe the first few years or the first few months? It wouldn't make
Yes.
sense. Because
Yes.
when I started, I also went through the same thing, the losses, the despair, the, um, the midnight unrest, the chat reading, the numerous books you need to read, the numerous accounts you blow, the heartbreaks, the psychological traumas that you go through in the first few years and stuff. I went through that same process, but
Yes.
there wasn't a single day that I had the urge to give up
Okay.
because I felt that everybody was against you, my nigga, in this thing that you wanted to do.
You even started. Yes.
This is the only thing. This is the only way out.
Yes.
Apart from this, you have nothing again to fall back
Yes.
on. You understand?
Yes.
You have nothing again to fall back on. So whatever happens, just get through. You understand?
Yes.
So
All
that
right.
is how it happened.
So now, I mean, like I shared with you, now the things that we see online, we want to flip $100 to 10,000 and all. Now you have told us that that's not the right way, and we have every right to believe you because, like I said, you have everything to prove to show to us that you're a successful trader. How do we now forget about those things and become successful traders like you?
See,
And first of all, who is a profitable trader? Who is a successful trader? Because you are one, so you can describe yourself for us to understand that better. And then how do we become like you?
you see, people. There are a lot of things that people don't understand in this business.
Okay.
You know, people misquote success, profitability, like they intertwine them, like they mix them up, right?
Okay.
You know, everybody has their own perception of success, their own definition of what success means.
Okay.
Success is not just about you building houses and you doing this and you doing this. I think success is a very big word. And
Okay.
success is not something that we 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 need to bring into the context of trading, right? In the
Okay.
context of trading, we can talk about profitability and consistent profitability. But when
Okay.
you talk about success, success for me, that like I said, is a very subjective topic. Success is a very subjective thing because everybody has their own explanation of what success means to them.
Success.
I've read a whole lot of books on personal finance and success, and almost every single author has their own definition of success, right?
Okay.
So there is not a single definition of success that you can find around. Just like wealth, people hear about wealth and they instantly think about money.
Money. Yes.
You understand?
Definitely.
People
Yes.
hear about wealth and they instantly think about money. Money is the only thing that they think about. But when you read and research along, there are a whole lot of authors and there are a whole lot of highly successful and wealthy people who have different distinct definition of wealth. What wealth mean?
Wealth
I don't know
is-
whether you've read about this. You've read this book, The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco.
No, I haven't.
In the Millionaire Fast Lane, my personal definition of wealth was basically crafted around what MJ DeMarco stated in that book. He says that wealth is an equation of three F's that, three F's, which is finances, fitness, and family, right?
Okay.
So before you can truly classify yourself as a successful, as a wealthy person, you need to have these three things sorted out.
Okay.
You need to have your finances extremely worked out. You need to have your fitness and your health in shape, and you need to have
Family.
some family ties. And family is not just people that you are blood related to.
Blood
you understand?
related.
You can have
Right.
serious connections, serious relationships with people that you can classify as family. So basically relationships, right? So until you have these three things 100% sorted out, you can't classify yourself as a wealthy person. That is
Okay.
by definition from MJ DeMarco, right? Which
Right.
I 100% agreed with him. And since then, that is my own concept of wealth as well.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
you understand. And I'm currently reading another book right now, by the title is the 5 types of wealth that we have. You understand? We have the author is stating that we have time wealth, we have financial wealth, we have mental wealth, social wealth, and all that stuff. You understand?
Right.
So
Right.
this author also has his own perception of what wealth
Wealth
means.
is-
That is
yes.
just by the way. So coming back to the real question that you ask,
Yeah.
success is a very subjective topic. So in the context of trading, I like to use profitability and consistent profitability.
Okay.
That is in the context of trading,
Trading.
finance, and business in general. You understand?
Okay.
So
Yes.
when we are talking about profitability in trading, I believe that there is a difference between profitability and consistent profitability.
Okay.
Two different things.
Okay.
And I said this on the time that I had an interview with the funded trader when I had my first payout, big payout that they interviewed me. Tory Trades interviewed me. I said the same thing, that there's a difference between a profitable trader and a consistently profitable trader. A consistently profitable trader is a successful trader.
Okay.
A
Okay.
consistently profitable trader,
Profitable trader.
is a successful trader. But
Okay.
just a profitable trader cannot be classified as a successful trader
Successful
yet.
trader.
And this is my reason. Because profits comes and goes in the market. You understand? No matter how
Yes.
dumb you are in the market, no matter, even if you are not a trader, you can just flip a coin and click buy or sell and make profit.
Right.
You understand? Because
Yes.
trading is strictly a game of probabilities. So you can just flip a coin. A friend of mine told me a story about someone that he knows in US who is a stock trader, and the only strategy that he has is he flips a coin and he decides whether he's buying or selling. There are people like that. So
Okay.
those kind of people are there. And these people can occasionally make profit. They can go
Okay.
on a serious winning streak, like a 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even 1 month winning streak.
Straight.
And
Yeah.
after that 1 month, they will use one day to lose all the 1 month money. You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
Those
Okay.
are you can classify those people as profitable traders.
Okay.
But what is the good, or what is the essence of you using 1 month to accumulate profit and using one
and
day
then
to
losing
blow all
one
that
day.
profit? You understand?
Yes.
So within
Yes.
1 month, you have been a profitable trader for 1 month, and so 1 month is 30 days, right? Basically.
Right.
So you have been a profitable trader for 30 days, and you are back to zero on the 31st day.
31st. Yes.
How will you tell me that you are a successful trader from that end? Because what are you
Right.
going to get? What do you have to show for it? Again, you understand?
Right.
That is for the profitable traders. So I think profitable traders, you can't classify profitable traders as successful traders.
Okay.
You understand? But you can classify consistently profitable traders as successful traders based on the fact that when someone is consistently profitable, we all know about consistency. That before you achieve any sort of greatness in life, you need to be consistent.
Right.
There is no greatness, or there's no high achiever in life or in history that achieves anything worthwhile without consistency. So you can't achieve anything great without consistency. So when we talk about someone being a consistently profitable trader, it is not someone who doesn't make losses in the market, who doesn't take losses in the market.
Okay.
Someone who takes losses, but at the end of the day, the profit always overshadows the losses.
The losses.
Do
Okay.
you understand? Because
Yes.
if you go on a winning streak as a consistently profitable trader, if you go on a 1 month winning streak, and on your bad day or on your worst day, maybe you can go on a losing streak for maybe like a week. You understand? And let's say the 1 month winning streak that you went, you made like $10,000 in the month, right? And you went into some dark period, some losing streak for maybe like 1 week. And after that 1 week losing streak, you lost like maybe 5,000 or 6,000 out of the 10,000 you made in the 1 month.
Yes.
You still have like
You still
5,000 or
have-
4,000 left,
Yes, which is a profit.
which is profit.
Yes.
You understand? So let's say every month. So let's take it as every month you go on a 1 month winning streak in a month and go on a 1 week winning losing streak. You understand? And each time your net profit is maybe like 4,000 or 5,000, and it consistently continues like that for the year.
Yes.
At the end of the year, you are going to end up in huge
Like
profit.
yes.
You are going to
Yes.
end up in like with like $50,000 or $60,000 in profit. You understand? Not because you don't make
You
losses,
lose.
not because
Yes.
you haven't been you don't encounter losses in the market, but simply because you have been consistent in your approach to preserving capital, preserving profit, and playing the market or playing the game.
Right.
That profitable traders are some kind of just like some roller coaster kind of traders. You understand? They might have a plan, they might have a system, but at the end of the day, they have nothing to show for it.
Right.
They are the kind of
And you-
people who dwell in past glories. Oh, last month I went on a 1 month winning streak. Okay, what do you have to show for the 1 month winning streak that you went on?
Nothing.
Oh, the following day I lost all the money. So who are you? You
Yes.
and the person who is just entering the market or who doesn't know about trading. What is the difference between you guys? There's
Right.
basically no difference.
So does it mean that simply means that these profitable traders, like you rightly described, don't think in the long term? Because that $50,000 or $60,000 that you are talking about, like, okay, if you keep it consistent, you might have that at the end of the year. Maybe the person wants to make all of that in a day. Would you classify
Yeah.
them as
There
that?
is,
Okay.
there is a saying in the stock market that Warren Buffett said that the fastest way, the fastest and the easiest way to stay broke is trying to get rich quick.
Okay.
You understand? The fastest and
Yes.
the easiest way to stay broke is trying to what? Get rich
Get
quick.
rich quick.
Yes. And there is also another saying that, there's also another saying in the stock market that you need to learn how to get rich slow. You understand?
Okay. Yes.
It's two different mindsets altogether. Let's talk about Warren Buffett. Someone like Warren Buffett. He is currently the 9th richest person in the world, right? But
Yes.
and he is currently like 90 plus years old. You understand? Warren Buffett started investing when he was 11 years.
Right.
So this guy has been investing for more than 70 years. You understand? This guy has been
Yes.
investing for more than 70 years. But the funny thing is that he made about 95% of his current money after 65 years,
Wow.
after his
That's
65th birthday.
insightful. Okay.
You understand? He made
Yes.
about 95% of the current net worth that he has after his 65th birthday. What is the reason behind that? Because he is someone who believes in the idea of getting rich slow. That is what we
Okay.
call the power of compounding. You understand? That is what we
Yes.
call the power of compounding. Because if you add $1 every day, if you had $1 every day, for the first day you have $1. For the
Yes.
second day you have $1 plus $1, which is $2.
$2. Yes.
For the third day you have just $1 plus $2, which is
$2.
just
$3.
$3. But if you do the same calculation for 30 days, If you do this same calculation for 30 days, in 30 days you are going to have millions and millions and millions of dollars when you add them, when you compound them and add it up. So
Right.
which means that it is always the end goal that is the most important thing.
Right.
You understand? So
Right.
with
Right.
with these profitable traders, what they want is, okay, there is this challenge on social media about people flipping accounts. So let's delve in. You understand? So they
Yes.
take all sort of unreasonable risk with, with unreasonable amounts and all of that. But someone who is a highly consistently profitable trader is a person who has done this thing for a long period of time.
Yes.
I have the same strategy, the strategy that I use in the market. I've been trading the same strategy for the past 6 years.
Okay.
The same strategy. I haven't changed my strategy for 5 to 6 years now. So for the past 5 to 6 years, the same thing that I've been doing in the market for the past 5 years is exactly the same thing that I'm still doing now. Even
Okay.
though I've gone through a whole lot of losing streaks and all of that, but I've always come out on top
Right.
because the market is like that. It's always
Right.
going to give you those periods where you feel like your strategy is not working. You understand? That the
Yes.
market will force you to change your strategy. The market will force you to change things. But I don't believe
Yes.
in, you hopping from one strategy to another. I
Another.
believe in maybe you having one strategy and you tweaking them from time to time. Because every loss that the market inflicts on you is a lesson, has a lesson embedded in it. So when the
Right.
market inflicts any loss on you, there is a lesson embedded in that loss that you need to learn. That lesson in the loss doesn't mean that you should be changing that strategy. That lesson
Okay.
might just simply mean that you should tweak this strategy to this war, or sometimes it's just even a psychological tweak that you need. Sometimes it's just
Yes.
even some emotional tweak that you need. You don't even need to touch what you have on paper.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
So that is
now
basically.
listening to all that you've said, okay, with a successful trader, profitable, and then consistently profitable traders, I can confidently say that enlightened us, you've educated us. Now, when I was starting, I did not have the opportunity to get education from anywhere. And as time goes on, or as I keep interacting with people, I've come to realize that at least the two key things that you need to have yourself equipped with in order to become a profitable trader, like you rightly, a consistently profitable trader, like you said, is good education and capital. Now, you have been in this space. Okay, I know you don't do public education and all of that. How do we identify good educators? And how do we also find needs, or how do we also put capital together? Yes, these two questions.
Well, as for, I can show you how to identify good educators, but
Yes, help
how to
us.
put capital together is an individual quest. You
Okay.
understand? I can't sit on any
Okay.
platform to teach people how to put capital together, and I'm
Put
being
capital
very honest with
together.
you. You understand? Because I don't
Yes.
think it's something that anybody can teach you unless I'm teaching you to go and do fraud and build capital, or unless I'm
Okay.
teaching you to go and sell drugs, or unless I'm teaching
Yes.
yes, or unless I'm teaching you to go and find a job. Because sometimes when people ask me about how to put capital together, I tell them to go get a job. That is the only
Yes.
way, because everybody has their own distinct way of raising capital or to getting money, whether
Right.
legal or
Illegal.
illegal. The most important thing is you having the money in hand. You understand? So I don't delve myself in, you know, telling people how to raise capital, because when you ask
Okay.
me that question, I'll just tell you to go get a job. You
Okay.
understand? Because
And
we
raise
all know
capital
that.
for yourself.
Yes, because we all know that the only thing that will make someone part with their money or will make someone give you their money is if you offer some sort of value to that person. You
Exactly.
understand? So go offer somebody
Exactly.
a value. Go offer somebody some sort of value. The person will pay for your value. Then whichever way you pass to build your capital from there, it is up to you. But when we
Yes.
come back to identifying good educators, I think that
Yes.
is a good question. I'll be very honest with you. There are a lot of fraud in the system.
Okay.
I'll be very honest with you. There are a lot of fake stuff, fake gurus in the system.
Right.
And you don't need any wisdom from above to identify majority of these people.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Some of them, you just identify them, but by what they talk about on social media, and when you get into their circle for real, what really happens in that circle.
Okay.
That is how you identify these people. Because
Okay.
I've had various situations or circumstances where people enter my DM, or people tell me their stories about how they joined this person's signal group, and nothing is going on over there as compared to what they are seeing on social media. These guys will be
Yes.
posting profits on their timelines, but people
You
in
get
their
that?
Telegram group who have paid for these signals are not making any money. So who's lying here? So, so these are the things. So it's just some normal patterns. It's just
Okay.
patterns that you need to understand. Patterns that
Okay.
you need to, you know, um, psych yourself to, as a
Okay.
reasonable person as you are. And I think, every sensible person know how to decode certain facts, or know how to decode facts from fiction.
Exactly.
And whatever, a lot of the things that is happening on Instagram, on Snapchat, and on all these platforms are mere fiction. They are not real.
Right.
They might show you the lifestyle. They might show you the screenshot. They might show you. I mean, tell me how you show someone a screenshot that the person cannot even verify whether this thing is true or false.
Right.
When they post these things, why don't they post their MT4, MT5 account numbers so that people can log in into those accounts?
And
Maybe okay,
verify.
when you post that profit, then you post your MT4 or MT5 account information.
Investor.
Then
Yes.
you won't put you put the investor's password. Then everybody can watch.
Yes. Yes.
Because when you put the investor's password, if anybody logs in into the account, they
Can
can't touch
see.
your account. They can't have
Yes.
access to your account. They can only view it.
Yes.
So if what you are doing is really legit, give people that chance. Okay, I've posted this amount of profit, and this is the account that I've posted. Okay, I want to show you guys that it's real, it's legit. So this is my MT4 account information. This is my broker. This is the investor's password. Because if you make an investor's password public, it will not affect you in any way.
Yes.
You understand? Because anybody who logs
Yes.
into that account can never touch your account. They can just view, they can just watch what is going on, just like you making them watch that screenshot. The same thing that they can
The
watch
same
over
thing.
there. Yes. So you understand? So it's not a
I
big
get
deal.
it.
But it's because these guys are not real. It's because these guys are full of fraud, lies, deceit, and all of that. Majority of them are not actual traders. They are just marketers. That is how I call them.
Right.
Most of these gurus on the internet are just marketers. Because I've personally seen people that I mentor, people that have been in my inbox asking me questions, asking me to, to give them this, asking me questions about things. And when you see these people online, they are claiming as if they have it all
Gurus.
figured out. And
Yes.
some of these guys, I know them in real life. They are nothing like they
Right.
say they are online. You
Exactly.
understand? So that is the main
Yes.
reason why I don't really get myself too much involved in this online back and forth and all
Yeah.
of that, because it's too much noise to me. It's too much distraction. It's too much everything for me. You understand? Because I'm a results-oriented person.
Right.
I believe in results. I believe in going for results. I don't care about people's opinion. I don't care about what people think. I don't care about what people are saying or what people are doing. At the end of the day, what goes on in front of me on my screen
It's what matters.
is what will put food on my table and what will feed my family. That is what I'm interested in. I can come online and show you some fake shit for you to join my Telegram group, for you to sign up on my website, for me to
Yes.
collect your dollar, your few dollars, and sell you signals and do whatever. And I will say this, that in the whole of this country, I can say boldly that I am the only successful trader in this country who stood or who stand against signal selling. I've
Right.
never sold signal before. I will never do that no matter what. And I will always I will always stand against it.
Right.
That is a bullshit industry that any human being with a brain shouldn't get himself or herself involved in that. I'm being very
Involved
real
in
with
that.
you. You
Right.
understand? So
Yes.
tell me, like, I'm on social media. I have some good following, right? I have some good
Yes.
following on social media. I have some good views, some good numbers on social media. I can be doing the same thing that these guys have been doing. I
Yes.
mean, $50 a month, $40, $60 a month. I can be collecting that same money, you know. But yo, at the end of the day,
They make sense.
what is in for me with that? I believe in
Yes.
impacting life. I believe in people making it, because I don't know people's dreams. I don't know. People might be going through worse than I went through when I started learning how to trade. And
Yes.
they might be looking for a way out.
Yes.
That way out, they desperately need people or someone to motivate them or to give them the real path that they should
Yes.
follow. I
Yes.
don't think someone like that, I should be coming to sell some illusions to that kind of person.
To you. Exactly.
I don't think someone like that, I should be coming to sell some sort of fictional lifestyle to that kind of person.
Yes.
Everything that you see me on social, you see me post on social media. If you see me in real life, exists.
It's the same thing. Right.
You understand? I don't
Yes.
see any need. I have friends who drive much bigger cars more than I have. I have friends that I can call right now that yo, I need Range Rover, I need Escalade, I need Lamborghini and stuff, and they will give me to do whatever packaging that I need to use it for.
By the end of
You
the day,
understand? But at the end of the day, for what? We can do all those kind of packaging
yes.
for you to come and sign up in my Telegram group, for me to sell you a course or something. Well, I'm not actually against courses, but with this signal thing, come on, it's bullshit, my nigga. You understand?
So you see, yes, I get it. Yeah. So you see, based on like all that you've said, okay, we would like to wrap up, but we'll come back to you again. So you are like a private sort of person, like you rightly said. You don't put things out and all. But when it comes to this trading space, you've been exposed, and the expose is that you've been awarded as a best trader and all. And I think that is what people should look out for. So it's not about the noise, but it's about things that proves that this person is
It's
indeed
about
whatever.
results, my nigga.
It's about exactly. So before we run away, I know you had payouts with a prop firm. That's the funded trader,
The funded
and
trader,
that's
yeah,
huge. That's
yeah,
a
like
huge
15,000
prop firm.
like 15,000,
Exactly.
15,000
E-
plus, 50K plus, yeah.
Exactly.
That
And
was
then
last
you have
year.
also you've also had an award from a CFD broker, that is HFM, which is or previously was Hot Forex, which is
Oh yeah,
big.
oh yeah.
Before
Don't do this. Don't do this. Like three,
Yes.
like 3 or 4 or something. Don't do this.
Exactly. So maybe this is just maybe a word I would like to throw out. So maybe if you're also looking out for somebody to teach you, I think you need to look out for some of these things, like you rightly said. But before we go, tell us about these awards. Were there things that you had in mind that, oh Charlie, I'm trading to get this award, or to get this award to show something, or it just happened as a result of you being good at what you do?
I didn't even focus on. And the first one I even won, I didn't even know until I saw the email. You
Oh,
understand?
okay.
Yes, and I've been using HFM for more than 7 years. So I think I didn't even know the first one that I won. I didn't even know that there was some traders competition that is going on with the broker or something. You
All
understand?
right.
I was just
Yes.
going through my usual stuff. I was just trading. I was just trading like the normal trader that I am. You
Yes.
understand? And all of a sudden, one day, I just woke up and I saw an email of, HFM or blah, 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 blah. I said, oh. And at first, initially, I didn't even believe it. You understand?
Okay.
Initially, I didn't even
Okay.
believe it until until my account manager tested me. My account manager from
Okay.
HFM back then tested me
Okay.
that, yo, I think you've won the Trader of the Month for this year. And I said, oh, okay, fine. So they wanted me to
Okay.
reply to the email to confirm it, to send my details so that they can ship the
Ship it
plate
to you.
to me and stuff. And that is when I even realized that, oh, this thing is real. And when
Okay.
I went back into my account, my portal, they had deposited the money, the money for the award into my account. I
For
was
the
like,
award.
oh, okay, so this is not a
It's a
fluke.
fake.
So I didn't even,
Yeah.
the first one, I didn't even know. So it was
Okay.
after that one that I went into my portal, my homepage, to go and see that, oh, okay, there's some award session over there that they do, they give. So I went there and I started going through, and I said, oh, okay, I saw a lot of, they have some wall of fame. Also, all the people that have won the awards, they have some wall of fame. So I saw the previous people who have been winning the awards, and I said, oh, okay, so this is it.
Okay.
So the subsequent two, I think I've won three. So the subsequent two that
Okay.
I won to, I wasn't too fixated on the fact that I have some
You had
award
to
to
win.
win. I was still trading normal. Yes, and I was still going about with my trading until I woke up one day again and I saw another same email like that. Oh, you are, the top trader of the month of this month, and the third one too, the same thing. So it wasn't something that I was like I prepared for it or I planned for it. Like I just
Yeah.
go about my business. I just go
Exactly.
about my business, and whatever happens, happen.
Happens.
Yeah.
So the interesting part is that, but that is with a real broker, that the broker wouldn't just fake anything. Now you move from receiving awards based on your performance from a normal broker to that of a prop firm. We know how people struggle to even pass their phase ones and phase twos
Phase
and
two and
all of
stuff. Yeah.
that. What would you say was the key to you breaking through or having an award and also receiving your payouts with the prop firm?
Oh, I think like I said, I think when you have the skill, sometimes you don't need to do too much for you to
Right.
prove yourself. You understand? Because in
Yes.
trading, what proves you right in the end is your result. It's not
Right.
about the
The
occasional
talking
profits
and
you post for online and the blues and stuff. What keeps you in
yes.
the game in the long run is your result.
Exactly.
So I think with the prof firm, I was even trying out because it wasn't something that I've known prof firms for a very long time, for more than 5 years. But
Okay.
it was only last I think it was only 2023 that
Okay.
I signed up or I signed up for the first time with a prof firm.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
was like, okay, I've known this thing for a while, and I know a lot of people who complain to me about spending so much money buying accounts and blowing them. Some
Yes.
they don't even pass phase one and stuff. So one day I was there, I was sitting in this room, and I was like, okay, let me just try this thing out and see. So I had a plan. I dedicated I think like $1,000, right? I
Okay.
took I
Okay.
took out $1,000 of profits from my main account, my main HFM
Okay.
account,
Okay.
and I plan to use that $1,000 to be buying prop firms. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
So the first account that I bought a 200, I think a 200, no, I think I bought a $50,000 account.
Okay.
50K account, which was like I think 200 and something dollars, right?
Right.
So when I bought that account, because I was new, I hadn't really grasped the
Concept and
terms,
the things
you
you need
know.
to.
So
Okay.
I blew that account. I think I didn't
Okay.
even pass phase one.
Okay.
So it was when I blew that account that I sat down to like, oh, okay. let me just revise how these rules work and come back again. So I revised it, and I came back again to buy the next $50,000. And I think it was my second account that
Okay.
I really felt like, okay, this is me. This is what it is. What it is. You understand? Because
Okay.
when with prop firms, you are only allowed to lose 5 to 10% of your account, and you are off.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
But with my real account, I could lose 20-30%, and I could still,
And still come back.
come back. You
Yes.
understand? So it was my second account that I think it really went well, and I think within 4 days I passed phase one, and when they gave me the phase two credentials, I think I even passed it the same day. You understand?
Okay.
The same day or the following day, and the payout came. The payout came in few days time. You understand? And that is how I did it, and I got that payout. And subsequently, I think I had for the final trader, I had some nice payout today. After the 15,000, I had like 6K, I had like 5K, I had like 8K. I think the last profit that I remember having with them was like 2,300 or something. 300 and
Okay.
something dollars, until I stopped trading prop firm, because I've been trading prop firm for more than a year. When
Sometime.
all those things started coming up, and all
Yeah.
this one getting robbed, all this one, so I just felt like it was too much noise out there. So I just
Yeah.
stopped doing prop firms and started focusing back again on my own personal account.
Yes. So Rutherford, thank you very much for joining us. We'll come back again to learn more from you. But before you go, share with us briefly your recent project. I know you have a book published. Share with us your recent projects and some of your upcoming projects.
Well, I think my recent project, I have a whole lot of things that I'm doing in the background that I wouldn't want to share until
Right.
maybe things are wrapped up or something. Because I have a lot of extraordinary things that I want to bring into the space, that I
Right.
really want to. It's going to be a full-blown war against
Right.
the fake industry gurus, all this thing, and I'm
Yes.
very enthusiastic about personal finance, and helping people know what they should do with their money and know how to handle money. And I think that has been my goal, that has been my dream for a very long time. And I think the project that I'm building, everything that I'm building is around, some sort of
That's
education around those kind of niche. So yeah,
okay.
so I have a couple of things coming up, and the book is there. The book is that published the books, I think like last year or last 2 years or something like that. The book is still there. I still have physical copies. It's still on Amazon. It's still on Apple. It's still on Seller. It's still on all the digital platforms, and they are doing very well. And I think
Yes.
it's a book that people should just have a look at it. Just grab a copy of it, because the greatest investment that you can do for your life is an investment in knowledge. Because
Exactly.
it's always the investment that pays the highest return. Because the system
Right.
that we are living in is a very cruel and a very wicked system. That if you don't find your way out, if you don't plan your exit, you are going to get stuck in there for a very long time. And at the end of the day, you'll be 60 years, 70 years with nothing to show for it. After you've worked
Right.
your life out, after you've sold your energy out there for so many years, you will have no legacy to leave behind. So I think
Right.
people should just take things into their own hands, and just give us a big middle finger to the system, and just focus on their own path. Yeah.
All right, Charlie. Thank you very much for joining us. We really
Charlie, Charlie,
appreciate it.
Charlie,
And then we'll
Charlie,
circle
Charlie.
back anytime for more conversation and more education.
Yeah, I
Thank
did
you.
for you. I did for you. My brother, I did for
Yes,
you.
and I.
Anytime, Charlie.
All right, sure.
All right.
Charlie, bye.
All right.
Bye.